Hey guys, this is Jen from Head to Toe, and today I'm going to draw you my life. So this is the journey of my life in stick figure form. I was born in Kansas to two loving Korean parents. They're really tiny and I'm a tiny little Asian baby there, and I have my tiny older sister. I was born on December 14th. Growing up, my sister and I were a little bit unusual for Kansas kids because we were bilingual. We spoke Korean and English at home, and we also went to Korean school on the weekend, so we learned how to write and read in Korean, and we also learned the fan dance, which is totally normal for every young child in Kansas. So growing up for my sister and I was a little bit difficult because we moved around quite a bit in elementary school, and I got made fun of a lot about my height and being Asian and just being really different than all of the other kids that were all different ethnicity from me and everything. So in the 5th grade, I think I finally kind of found a little bit more of my place in life by putting a lot of my creative energies into violin and piano, and I also loved singing in choir, and I just got to make a few friends that way that didn't really care about how I looked. So that was a lot of fun, and that really transitioned well into my junior high school days where I really got into theater, including musical theater and choir, and I really loved that. And then I also did a little bit of drill team, which was something that I loved. I loved to dance, but it was awful because I was the scapegoat and everybody was mean to me, but that's okay. I was really happy doing theater. Really happy, yeah, but that's a better happy face. So my high school career was spent with a pen and pencil in my hand, whether that's for academics or doing a lot of art, and I was happy for the most part, but I definitely dealt with quite a bit of acne pretty much all over my face. But it was okay because I met a boy and I fell in love, and it was awesome. That boy and I, we spent a lot of our time together. We became best friends, and I also got my little puppy, Cherry. She was the best Chihuahua in the world, and I loved her, and it was really a good time. We both graduated together and ended up going to college together as well at KU. Go Jayhawks! Cute little Jayhawk right there. But I kind of had my first crisis. What do? I know I did academics and art, so I decided to go into industrial design. So in college, I didn't really get a lot of sleep because I spent all of my time in the studio either studying for my next test or doing something crazy in the shop like building a couch or soldering things to make a light fixture and just really thinking up my next project. So I didn't really spend any time in that bed. So my sophomore year of college, I ended up getting a call from one of my best friends, Megan, and she told me that another one of our best friends from high school, she had a really bad house fire at her house, and I actually lost a lot of loved ones that day. And it was so hard because I was really upset. Why was this happening, and what's the point of even getting out of bed in the morning? I did spend a lot of time in bed just questioning life and what I was doing there. But eventually and slowly, I got back up again and just picked myself up along with the help of loved ones and family and my best friend Ben, and we ended up graduating together. After school, I went back to the computer and embarked on that grand old journey of finding the design job of my dreams. Fortunately, I couldn't find a job, but I did start my blog. I called it From Head to Toe, and I basically talked about all these newfound things that I loved, like makeup and hair, painting my nails, and all these girly things that I really didn't get a chance to do in college. And I also did tutorials, and it just made a lot of sense to put that in video form because it's so much easier for people to learn that way, so that's how I started my channel. That was also the year that I married my best friend of over 7 years, who's been there for me all the way since high school, and the love of my life. I love you, Ben. Yeah, we tied the knot, and we also did the Thriller dance with a bunch of our friends at our wedding, and it was awesome. Only good memories. I finally found my first big girl job, and unfortunately it took an hour to drive there each way, but it was a design job, and I was super excited to have a job, and I actually really enjoyed it. But I was also doing blogging and YouTube at the same time, and I had a good time, but it was really stressful because I basically had no free time, like not ever. After 3 years, I got an amazing opportunity to do user interface design for a mobile company, and it was so stressful, and it was not creative and not my dream. And my biggest fear was that I was stealing someone else's dream. I just couldn't really live with myself, and I felt like it wasn't fair because I was taking that from somebody else. So I decided to have a long discussion with my parents, and they sat me down on their bed and I told them everything. I cried a lot of tears and I asked them, what do I do? So my dad, he actually opened up to me and said that we've been praying for you and we feel like you need to follow your heart. And so I cried a lot of happy tears, and I just really felt so much support and love and knew I had the best parents in the world. One day I got a phone call from a guy you may recognize. His name is Phil from Wong Fu Productions, and he said, hey, we really like your videos and we would love for you to be a part of this new web series concept that we have called Away We Happen. And it also stars Victor Kim, that's little Victor with his little hair right there. And we want you to be a part of it, so come to LA and New York with us and film this project. The next thing I knew, we packed our bags and came out to LA for a couple months to work on this project, and it was just so inspiring to be around these talented guys who had so much passion, doing the same thing that I was doing back at home by myself, and really not getting judged for it like I did in Kansas. And I felt so connected to them, like they really understood where I was coming from and why I did what I did, and at the same time I also felt like God had a purpose for me here in LA. When we got back to Kansas, Ben and I together made one of the hardest decisions ever, packed up all of our belongings, and we said goodbye to all of our friends and family and loved ones and everything we knew, and decided to drive halfway across the country to California. So since we've been here, we've met so many amazing friends and absolutely hated the traffic. Really loved the food, especially my favorite, which is Korean barbecue. Of course, enjoyed how beautiful the scenery and weather is here on the beaches, and just really taken in this brand new experience of living in a big city for the first time in our entire lives. So I guess that brings us to where we are today. It's me and my husband Ben, and we're working hard together every single day, and I absolutely love him, taking Instagram pictures of course. So I just wanted to say thank you so much. You've changed my life and made me a better person. Thank you so much for all of the ups and the downs that I've gone through, and I know some of you have gone through with me as well, for all of the support that I could never have asked for, and all of the love that you continue to pour out every single day. I'm so incredibly grateful. I can barely even put into words, but thank you. You mean the world to me. Hey guys, this is Jen, and today I wanted to share with you this year's prom look that I prepared for you. So I was thinking I wanted to do something a little bit different than I've done the last couple of years and try a black and silver smoky eye. I know black is such a huge color this year. I hope you guys enjoy watching, and if you'd like to see this look, then stay tuned. I'm starting off by applying my Hourglass primer.